Hello and welcome to another episode of What You've Been Watching, What You've Been Playing. I am Alex, Player 3, and we've kicked Player 4 to the curb for the day. I'm joking. She's watching this. Sorry. Taking over. This is my show now. With me, as always, Player 1.
Hey.
David. Everybody knows your name. Of course, Alina, Player 2.
Hey.
All right. So, today... Like I said, it's my show, so we could do it my way.
Ooh,
Right.
We're going to talk about what you've been watching and playing. I'm your host, as long as they'll let me, Alex. And I already said that, so yeah.
You're doing a good job.
Your fault. All right, so let's get started. All right, David.
Yes.
Player number 1.
Yes.
What you been watching? What you been playing?
So I haven't been watching a whole lot. I will say, so I did. This is going to both greatly please you, Alina, and greatly disappoint you all at the same time.
Story of your life.
So I finally saw John Wick,
Oh, yes.
and I really liked it.
Uno or
Good.
dos?
However, the first one.
Okay.
However,
here it comes.
Oh,
I watched it on USA.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you watched like half the movie.
So I watched whatever USA's version of editing is. Also, I will admit I missed like the first 5 minutes because I was flipping through and I was like, ooh. And it was close enough to the
most
beginning.
important minutes.
Well, it was no spoilers, but it's before like he was at the gas station and ran into the Russian guys.
Okay.
I just missed whatever preamble about
That's
his
not
wife
too
or
bad
whatever.
then.
So.
So how was
there
that?
really wasn't a lot.
Okay.
How was that on USAA? Is it like
It was still
"Hi,
pretty- I mean,
I'm
first
John
off-
Wick, and then all of a sudden it's like I'm gonna kick your, and then it's like 30 minutes later, there you go. Like
No, it was because it was first off it was like I don't know midnight, so I don't know sometimes if that changes how edited it is.
Possibly.
Later at night. It was still pretty violent. I mean, obviously the language was edited a bit, but
a lot of front
it was
doors
still
were
pretty-
shut. Like
yes.
you can shut the front
You know,
door.
it's funny though. They don't really do that anymore. Most of the time now, they just cut
Yeah.
out that piece of dialogue.
I miss
real quick,
the
so.
flavorful.
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
Helped you learn to curse.
Yeah.
I feel
They
like
say fruit
Yeah.
you and stuff like
Yes,
that.
yeah. Oh man, people. a
Um,
lot of people
There's
got
no
fruit
creativity
you.
anymore.
I know.
It's censorship.
But I think from as far as the violence and action, I mean, it was still pretty.
Yeah, I
it was
feel
still
like-
pretty much there.
I mean, it's a rated R movie, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
but I didn't feel. I don't know. Maybe not. I didn't feel like there would have been much.
I mean, it wasn't like excessively gory. It was
Right,
just
no, it's
a lot
not.
of people dying.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
No,
And
but I
drugs.
definitely. So I finally got to see it. I liked it. I liked it enough that I may buy it. That way,
Good.
then I can see the full
Good.
version. And now I want to see the second one because it just
Good.
came out, I think, on Blu-ray.
It-
So.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Yes. You should.
But that's pretty much it as far as watching. It's anything notable. Playing, similar to what I talked about last time, kind of bouncing around between 4 different games right now. Still playing Persona 5. We'll talk about that more when we come to you because I know you're really into it. But
What?
and you finally started playing it, so we're all there now.
It's the new Overwatch.
Yeah.
Overwatch.
But speaking of Overwatch, I've still been playing that. That's what keeps kind of drawing me away from Persona. I play a little bit every night again.
They're very similar games.
Yeah, very, very not similar. You know, the what do you call it? The anniversary event ended.
Mm-hmm.
I was playing with a bunch of friends who had jumped back on because the anniversary event kind of.
Did you get any skins?
Yeah, I got quite a few. And I was able to get just enough gold at the end that I have a confession.
Oh.
I have a confession.
You spent monies.
Did you spend
How
money?
much spent
I
monies?
spent money.
Welcome
The
to
first
club.
time I've done
Oh.
it, and I don't feel too bad. Like I said, the game's
Did you
been
feel
out
a
for a
little dirty?
year. I
Did you
spent
feel a
my
little dirty?
a little bit afterwards. Yeah,
Yeah. Did you take a cold shower after you spent the money?
yeah. So one of my friends convinced me. He said every time there's an event, I always drop $10, and you know I'd never done it before, and so I was like,
That's a gateway.
and like I said, I was trying to build up 3,000 gold because I really wanted Tracer's costume, and I was getting close. So I dropped $10, which gets you that free one bonus. You
Yeah.
get 11 boxes. And I got somebody else's epic costume, and I forget whose now. Oh, I got May's.
Oh, okay.
I got May's costume and May's dance out of those
Yeah.
11 boxes. So I
Nice.
felt good about that. And it got me enough gold that I could buy Tracer's costume. So
So the next event,
it wasn't
you're going
a
to spend like
waste.
$50.
No, that's the only time I'm doing it. And
Okay.
because
Sure
I am
is.
playing regularly again, my
Sure,
gold is
sure.
building up. So I don't need to worry about
Okay.
getting gold
Yeah.
for the next event.
So we're going to remember this. So next
Yeah.
time, we're going to ask him,
Yeah.
because like he did
Next
it
time
once.
there's an event.
this is like that was like your first like little.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're gonna be like, just give me some more Overwatch. I'll just give me
Inject
the money.
loot
How many boxes is
directly.
this?
Yeah, you'll do it.
I will
Hardcore.
say, little PSA, if you have Amazon Prime, you can get free loot boxes.
That's right, yes.
By signing up for Twitch Prime, which is all included in Amazon Prime. And this month you get a bonus, you get a free gold box as the first one. And what that means is a gold box has a guaranteed epic.
Oh, I've heard about that.
And it's guaranteed not to be something you already have.
Man.
Yes.
So I did that. I got Roadhog's, one of his like Hawaiian
okay,
Islander
yeah.
skins or whatever. It's pretty cool. And then I think in like August and October you get like a bonus 5 boxes each of those months or something like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But I did hear, yeah. So like, if you're driving and you see what you think is a homeless guy like on the side of the street, that's just David trying to get more loot boxes. We don't ask what he's doing.
We'll work for loot.
Yes.
But like I said, I don't think I'll ever do that again. Like you said, I did feel a little dirty afterwards. So,
Yeah, you get
Yeah,
past
but
that.
then, you get over it. And you stop feeling shame.
Hey, you know what they say? Like the first time's always the hardest. Next thing you know, you're just gonna be like, yeah.
It's like I've
Forget
done it
it.
already.
They did release the new map, which is part of the reason I've been
That's right.
playing.
Yeah.
It's a point capture map, so you take the first one, then you have to move to the second one. So it's like Hanamura or Volskaya or what was the other? Oh, Anubis, the Egyptian map.
Yes. Temple of Anubis.
Yes, so it's like that. It's nice to get something different. It has an interesting feel to it. I don't know, have y'all played it at all yet?
A little bit, yeah.
I have not.
It's interesting because it's even though you're in a space station, it feels very open, and there's a lot of
Okay.
different directions to attack each point. There's not like a big major choke point per se, as there are in some of those other maps.
Are you actually getting to play it a lot? Because I know.
So there's a mode specifically
Okay.
in arcade where you can just play that map over and over and over again, so you can learn it.
Okay.
Which is what I did for a while. Because I've been playing ranked, and I haven't played it yet in ranked.
Okay. Well, that's why I asked, because I know, let's think, if you try to play it on quick play, like you may go 20 matches
Right.
before you ever see it.
Yeah. No, usually they do that whenever they add a new map. It'll be an arcade where you can just play that one map over and over again, learn
Okay.
it, and then hopefully you'll pick it up in ranked or quick play or whatever.
Cool. So what else? So that's the first.
Right.
Actually,
Well,
that's the second.
Persona and Overwatch, and then Tekken 7 and Injustice 2, which I haven't spent a significant amount of time with either one yet, other than to beat the story mode for Injustice and the story mode for Tekken 7. Just because I have been so involved in Persona 5, if I'm not playing Overwatch, I'm usually playing Persona.
How do you like Persona 5?
I've talked about it before. Yeah, I love it. It's awesome. Everybody out there should play it, unless you're just not a fan of like turn-based combat.
Or life management.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of like time management elements to it, and I know you haven't gotten there yet. No spoilers. I'll just say,
Earmuffs.
no. When you have the option to start doing things with the teacher,
Okay.
for me that was a big one that I pursued.
That's what my friend told me.
Okay, because
Yeah.
she can really help
So-
with the time management part of it.
Very awkward the way you say that. Like when you get the chance to do things with the teacher.
Well, you understand
Right.
too when I get
Yeah,
to get to that
not
point,
not in
but-
real life. Don't do
No,
things
no,
with
no,
your
no.
teachers.
But it makes the time management so much better because she'll do certain things for you, so she can be doing that while you get to go do something
Right.
else and things like that. So,
Yeah, I did hear about that. My friend was like, "Do this," and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay."
yeah. So, but yeah, and then like I said, the Injustice 2 storyline really good.
It is.
It's fun single player playthrough for a fighting game. And I did the second playthrough where I went back in the parts where it's like play as this character or this character. I went back and played as all the alternate characters. So I also got the alternate like ending because at the end you have to choose between two
Sure.
groups and you get a different ending at that point. So I went back and played as the other group and got their ending.
Gotcha.
And Tekken 7 also the single player is fun. It's a lot shorter than Injustice. Not that a fighting game story needs to be that long.
I mean, that's really why you play fighting games, is for the story.
Yeah. I love it though. I love all that story stuff in fighting games. I mean, I eat it up. Even like games that barely have a story. I want to know about all the characters.
Sure.
But
I always wish there was. I actually wish there was more story in fighting
Right.
games because it's like these characters are so cool and I love their designs, and then it's like, and that's it. It's just sort
Right.
of like face value.
and I feel like to compete with all these other big games, they've started doing that more.
Yeah.
Like added more story. And the thing I like about Tekken 7 is it really does do a big wrap up of the Mishima family storyline that has been going through pretty much all the Tekken games up to this point.
Okay.
And so if you are a long-term fan of the series,
You're gonna get answers.
yeah, you kind of get closure to a certain extent. The only thing that
all the burning questions.
Yeah, the only thing that kind of bugs me is, and no spoilers, but there's a main character. He's been a main character for a long time. That's basically in a coma the entire story mode, and it's because they're setting him up to follow him from here on out after Tekken 7.
Okay.
But he's basically in a coma the whole time, and I'm like, I wanted to see him do something, but. But it is pretty good. It's not as good as Injustice. The storyline is still kind of convoluted.
Sure.
The narrator of it, there's some random character they created for this game. He's not playable or anything.
Does he grind in your gears?
Big time. He's a reporter, and he's been affected by all the events from the previous games, and he's basically the narrator for the story.
Okay.
I don't know if it's the dialogue or this voice actor is just terrible, but it's like, my entire family was killed. My life was ruined. And I am adrift. And it's just like, that's how he talks the whole time. He's like, I cannot believe I am sitting here interviewing Heihachi Mishima himself. It's like no emotion. It's so bad.
I wish I would have known this from the beginning. I'd been like, on this episode of what you've been watching, what you've been playing.
But then the characters are so well done, so well voiced, and all that stuff. It's just the in-between little like reporter parts that are just so bad.
It's like, why even give him a
hurts.
voice?
Yeah.
You're like, that's the first time you're like, just text, please.
Mm-hmm. And I will tell you, so Akuma's in it from Street Fighter.
Yes.
And they work him well into the story, fine. I will just say, when you beat the game, there is a bonus, like, epilogue story thing that unlocks where you fight him again.
Okay.
I couldn't beat it. I've
heard it's challenge. I've heard it's, like...
It's Akuma ramped up, and if you turn down the difficulty for story mode, it doesn't affect that chapter. So it's like, and he will just, because he can throw, he's a Street Fighter character. He can throw fireballs all day. He does his teleport around move. And I could barely put a dent in his health.
I have heard that it was one of those, it's like, if you're going to play this, make sure you have padded rooms.
Yeah. You're going to want to throw controllers. Yeah. So at some point, I'll probably try to go back and beat it. But it's so difficult to just, take him out. So
if you ever want to tick off your friends, be like, hey, I got a game we can play. Let's play this chapter. And then just sit back and laugh.
And the other kind of cool thing is when you beat it, all the characters that were not in story mode, it unlocks like a little mini story for each one that you can play.
Oh, okay.
Now it's only one battle.
Sure.
But it's their version of, how all the Tekkens have those fun, corny CG endings for every single character. That's what this is, basically.
Okay.
So yeah, any character that's not in, like, Law's not in the story, or Paul or something, you can play their little, like, excerpt story or whatever.
Gotcha.
And some of them are serious, some of them are fun, it's whatever.
Okay.
So yeah, no, both Tekken and Injustice are good. Injustice, and Tekken, there's so much customization stuff you can do. And it's nice because you can do it all in game. You don't have to spend real money.
Sure.
Injustice does have loot boxes that you unlock, throw out the customization stuff. So Tekken, it's all right there, and you just spend the fight money on what you want. One of the kind of cool things, Tekken 7 does have, a theater mode where you can go and see all the cutscenes from Tekken 7. It has every single Tekken. And you can spend your fight money to unlock endings from any single Tekken, including the pachinko machines from Japan, which apparently had little CG things built into them. So you can buy those if you want as well.
That's pretty cool.
So it's kind of neat. But yeah, so that's it. I've been kind of bouncing around between those 4 games. So once I finally finish Persona, I'll probably focus more on Tekken and Injustice and get more into those. Play online. I haven't really played online too much.
I laugh because you say, like, when I finally finish it, like, it's going to be like, tomorrow.
Yeah.
2 days from now.
It's going to be a little while. I think
6 years when he's done.
I'm maybe 2/3 of the way through that one right now.
Maybe like 6 years.
Yeah, something like that.
But that's it for me. I know I took up a lot of time, but been playing a lot.
Alina.
Okay, for me,
What you watching?
Okay.
What you playing?
So, watching nothing?
Oh.
I don't think I've really seen anything
I don't think I've seen that.
lately. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did either one of y'all see Wonder Woman?
No, I have not seen it.
I did.
Okay, so we'll come back to that. Okay, I was just curious. Okay.
I haven't seen any movies since Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I haven't seen any. I haven't even seen Before Guardians. So.
Have I been watching any TV? Not really. Just old shows and stuff on Hulu, I guess.
Okay. There's no shame in that.
No, I know, but nothing like notable, I guess. I've been mostly playing Persona.
Okay. How do you like it?
I'm liking it.
Does it frustrate you at all?
No, I love... now, I skipped 4.
Sure.
So I played 3, and I've played 5 now.
Okay.
I love what they've done with the battle system. As far as that R1 button is my beautiful baby.
Which one's the...
I will spam that thing all day.
Yes. Is that where it helps pick you the best?
Yes, it's just like, oh, there's the weakness. Bam, yes, thank you. When you were saying like, oh, turn-based combat, and I'm like it's nothing now.
You're like, turn-based, I just press a button.
Yes! It's
button
just
press.
like so easy. I mean, not that I hate
combat.
turn-based. I mean, obviously I love RPG stuff, but but that's just like such a saver instead of me going like, okay, what does this one have and this one and all that kind of stuff. But I'm glad the negotiations are back. Those are really fun.
Yes. Learned a lot in that game.
I love the style of the game. Like I was one of those people I spent like 10 minutes in the menus just like, so pretty. And the music's great, all that kind of stuff, and it's just really nice and pretty. And I'm enjoying it. I like the characters fine. I was talking to you guys about my boyfriend. He like hates everybody. So I don't know, but I'm liking them okay. I don't have a problem with them. I mean, I'm only gonna get like my 4th person or whatever after Anne or whatever.
Okay.
That guy.
Sure.
Like I'm on my way to get him. I was playing the part, and then I had to go to work, and there was like, here's the boss battle, and I'm like, well, gotta go. It's like, I guess I'll do this again later. So, but yeah, I'm like barely on the second castle or whatever, and palace, and yeah, that's it. Morgana is getting annoying with the go to bed kind of stuff. I'm seeing what everyone was talking about now, but
yes,
yeah. It's just like,
but it is helpful because there are times I'm like, I guess the cat's right. I guess I should be going to bed. But it's pretty late.
I know, but I miss in 3 where it's like, okay, you go to Tartarus in the evening and you stay until night or whatever. Like that makes sense, but it's like, hey, you gotta go to the palace after school, and I'm like, that's like 2 whole sections of day that I could have done something are gone. So. Yeah. That's sort of frustrating.
There is a way much later in the game you can...
Yeah, but much later, it's like, oh, man, just like, let me have that. I don't know. I'm complaining about like the hand-holding and kind of stuff. And like, I know, like you said this a lot, I get it. And some of the writing is pretty just like, okay, but I don't know. I'm hoping it tightens up once it's like done being like, here you go, here's Persona, this is how we do Persona. It's like, okay, yes.
Yeah, I think at a certain point it does. It's much like
just let's go. It's like, go. Yeah. Okay. Thank
the story does start to pick up. So like I felt like the first probably 3 it kind of starts to and then like from there you're like there's other things going on and it starts to kind of ramp up, I would say.
I'm glad that there's a lot of different choices for your stats. Mm-hmm. You know, where before it was like you kind of have like these 2 things you could do to up this or whatever, and it's kind of nice to just sort of pick a bunch of different things that you can do.
Right.
I think that's all I have to say about that because I'm not very far in yet.
Okay.
What else? I've been playing some Overwatch. Mm-hmm. I jumped in. I always jump in after events for whatever reason. I'm like, I want to play Overwatch again. Nothing's happening, so
you're like, there's nobody on.
No, yeah. It's like my friends don't do comp, and I kind of want to do comp. I'm not that great, but I'm just like, sure, whatever. I kind of want the extra level of like
challenge.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. And they don't play comp. So it's like all the people I play with just like, oh, we're just going to do a quick play again. Just okay, I guess that's fine. So, I don't know. Like, my boyfriend has the people he plays comp with. Okay. But I can't play with him and them because I only have my laptop. And I'm like medium graphics and everyone's blocks. So I'm just like, I don't have a good mouse. And it's just like, there's no point in me trying to do comp on my laptop. So it's kind of like, okay. And then he broke one of the mice. Because he forgot his gaming mouse. And he's like, yeah, I sort of smashed it with a hammer. I was like, why? That was the only other one I could play with. I was like,
that brings up more questions. I got like moving. Like I broke it with my mind and a hammer.
Yes. So if he's gone, I can't play Overwatch because he has the mouse that I'm used to because it has the 2 buttons.
Yes.
For the abilities, and otherwise I'm like, okay, I have to hotkey some keys now. What? Like,
I feel like we should create like an Alina mouse fund. So for $1 a day, you can help her get her own mouse.
Yes. Yeah, I'm thinking about it because I'm just like, what if we just go get another cheap mouse? And he's like, no. And I'm like, what if you forget it at work again? Because it's like he did that for like half a week, and I was like, I just want to play Overwatch. I can't play, and you can't play, and you're mad because you can't play, and all we can do is play Persona. And it's just like, I can't play Persona around you, and you can't play Persona around me. So it's just like, what are we gonna do? Okay, bye. Like, nothing. I played some Age of Empires this past couple of days.
Okay.
The freaking Steam sale is gonna kill me, but
yeah,
trying to be like, don't buy everything.
That's challenging. That can be a challenge. That's tough.
Yeah, I forgot that I just started.
Everything's
I mean, I knew, like, I bought some stuff too. And
yeah.
I gotta go get some more Steam cards tomorrow, so.
My friend was like, buy Age of Empires, we're all playing it. And I was like, which one do I buy? Like, the expansions or just whatever? She's like, I don't know, everyone has the expansions. So I'm like, okay, I might as well. I don't want to, like,
just buy more.
Bring anybody down and be like, oh, we can't play expansions that we paid for because Alina didn't buy the expansion packs. So I was like, oh, okay, all right, here's $15. And then we played for the first time. My friend was like, I don't really like this. I like Rise of Nations better. And I'm like, how dare you make this to me? I was just like, I can't believe you did this to me. But I have a friend at work that really likes the game. So I was like, whatever. I didn't really lose out. Other people in the group like to play and all that kind of stuff. So it's not that bad. But I'm still a little like, why
Make sure you're earning those
this?
Steam cards so that we can then trade and level up the summer sale and all that.
Oh, like the stickers or...
Yeah, they have stickers now too.
I don't know what's going on.
The stickers though, I don't think...
this is all over my...
The stickers don't really seem to do anything other than you collect them and make pictures with them.
So cute.
But the cards from the summer sale, you can make a badge, and then of course badge earns you XP to your level and all that stuff. So.
Okay, I don't really know about all that.
Okay.
Steam meta stuff.
Yeah.
I don't get super into it except during the sales because you can get those cards pretty easy. You earn them just by every time you spend $10 during the sale. Plus, if you look at your discovery queue every day and you go through it, I think if you go through it 3 times, you earn 3 cards. You can get up to 3 cards a day.
Interesting.
So then as you collect them, I've already got doubles, so then like we could trade doubles and then make a badge. And all
I
that.
have no idea what y'all are talking about.
I'll try and keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I don't.
Trade your cards.
I think it's almost like achievements or trophies on PlayStation or Xbox, except Steam does this thing where you earn cards, and if you collect the entire set, it turns into a badge, and when you make a badge, you earn XP to your Steam level.
That's how that works.
So, yeah, I know.
Yeah, because I'd be like, oh, cards, cool. What do I do with these? So now I know.
And it's also a way
badges.
they force you to engage with the community because... Like not every game, a lot of Steam games you can earn cards from. They have cards unique to that game. But you can only earn about half of the cards from the game itself. So then you have to go into the marketplace and trade and sell and with other people to earn the complete set.
Gotcha.
But
Interesting.
anyways.
Other than that, I think that's it.
That's it?
Cool.
Okay. Well,
Alex.
so now it's my show. Excuse me. So, I haven't been watching much, but I have been playing Persona. So, yeah, I'm near the end.
You started significantly after me.
I did.
And you have gone way past me.
Yes, I'm near the end. I mean, I'm
How
pretty
many
sure.
hours?
About 68 hours.
Oh, that's not that bad.
No. And
I was hearing like 80 at least.
And, well, yeah. So, I mean, it's at that stage where I've maxed out all my stats. Almost maxed out all my confidants. You know, it's helped me learn a lot. Like, you know, hey, like, I eat in the game, and I'm like, I should probably do that in real life. You know, I'm learning, you know. Hey, now I know, like, you know, I've learned so much about life. Like, do I want to be platonic with this girl? Or do I want to be romantic? Now I have to choose. Like, you know, I'm going to go out in the real world and be like, hey, baby, I choose B. You know? Maybe they'll...
That's how it works.
That's
Sure,
exactly
Alex.
how it works. They're like, look, I took you to a ramen place. Why don't you like me? So I've been playing that a lot. Story's gotten really, really good. It is very different. I get made fun of because friends at work are like, I don't understand that. Like, trying to explain
I
it,
know.
you're like, so there's demons, and there's things I do during the day. So afternoon I have to do this. And they're like, it sounds like real life. Is this the game now? Or are we talking about like... And I'm like, well, then at night...
I gotta do laundry and take a bath.
Yes.
Make some coffee.
Yeah. Then I realize like I'm just talking to myself. They've all gone about their day. And I'm like, no, it's really good. So yeah, I'm getting close. Like, fan the stuff has hit the fan. So now it's just like I'm curious to see how it's all going to wrap up. So this is really the first one I've ever played. So, so I'm enjoying it. It's been a long time since I spent like,
something like that,
60 hours, 70 hours in game. So,
and I think you had mentioned this because it's the same for me. This is the first game in a while that I'm thinking about when I'm not playing it.
oh yeah, yes. Well, and it really is, like I said, it's an RPG, Japanese RPG, but I almost feel like if you had to rank it, it's like a life simulator, like how to pick up girls or guys, whatever. And then it's like, actually it's more girls, and then it's like, dungeons.
Yeah.
Like that's the order. It's like, do I hang out with this person and do I hang out with this person? Oh, I need to rank them up here, but I got to get their stats higher here. And it's like, God, if only I was more charismatic.
Yeah.
I mean, but it would help, honestly. Like, real life. It's like you go up to that person and you're like, hey, how's it going? Ah, my charisma's not up. I'll be back. You just stay there, But it's good. It's good. I am interested to. Except, 68 hours in, I'm not necessarily tired of it yet. So I am curious to see, though. I've probably got less than 10 hours left, like I said. And the way, if you don't know, so there is like you go through like days and months, in the game. So I am in December. So I think December is like the last month. So spoiler alert.
Still in April, I think. No.
Yeah.
No. I think I'm like May something.
Okay. So yeah, that kind of helps you kind of okay, so this is kind of where it's getting.
I think I'm in September.
Okay.
A couple more months.
Yeah, a couple more months. Yeah. Just like real life, you're like, just one more day. Just one more day.
The in-game calendar only goes through the following March.
It does, but the game doesn't.
It doesn't go that far. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm assuming. Yeah, I think the game.
You don't
ends.
know.
I don't know, but
yeah, you don't.
Okay. No. I think I'm near the end. I mean, there's only so much more I can be done. So.
And for me, this is one of those games I've avoided, guides and stuff. Like I really kind of want to try to do as much as I can on my own.
When they've said it really is one of those they intend for you to there's certain things you just can't do the first round, but they intend for you to play it multiple times.
Oh no!
It is one of those where. Well,
so story-wise, though, I think you get pretty much everything, unless there's some characters you don't finish.
No, I think you'll get the entire story, but for instance, so.
But I mean, some of those characters have their own story, like their own little background stories. So if you didn't max them out,
you won't get it. You're
story.
right. Yes,
but the main story completes in one playthrough.
Correct. Yeah, and also, and granted, so I haven't done as many fusions, which in the game you can fuse personas to make bigger and different ones. So as far as they call it the compendium.
Mm-hmm. The compendium,
I'm maybe 50% done with that. So that kind of tells you.
Yeah.
I mean, I just know. And I've stockpiled a lot of money. I wish it was real life. I'm sitting on $900,000. Woo! But they've you can't the money it takes to get some of those higher levels. You just can't do it. I think first round. So it's gonna be tough. But I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
I've never been close to filling those things. It's I have my personas I use, and that's kind of it. It's I have my set. I got all my elements covered, and that's it.
Yes.
I did at one point go into Mementos, the sort of bonus dungeon thing that's random every time.
Sure.
But I unlocked 3 or 4 levels of it. I started at the very beginning again and worked my way all the way back. And what I did was I kept a slot open on my personas.
Sure.
So I could capture these random personas, and then I'd kick them out of my party, capture another one, kick them out.
Yes.
But that adds them to your compendium.
Yep.
So it does?
Yes.
As long as they actually go into your thing. If you are full, if you capture
I thought you had
one,
to have them with you.
No. If
once you get them from one, yes, that's a great point. If you when it gives you the big X and says, "Hey, now you got to get rid of them," as long as you don't say no, get rid of them,
right?
You will actually obtain them. So
it has to go into your little thing and exit the fight.
Yeah.
Then you can kick them out.
Correct.
But you can't just capture their mask and then not add them. You have to actually put them in your thing, but then you can immediately.
So spoiler alert. So without giving too much away, so even doing doing that, there are so many that you can't get unless you fuse them.
Right.
And that's what I'm finding out as you kind of near the end of the game. It's those are just kind of the starter to kind of get you going, and you can start fusing all of those, so you can start getting to the big ones, and it's
And I've fused quite a bit because that's how I like to improve. I'll be okay, which one of my persona types is the weakest, and then I'll go through and like replace that one by fusing a couple, and then rebuying the ones I used and stuff.
And it's also tough too because you start to go through. So this is a helpful hint if you're playing it. Obviously, when you try to rank up with your confidants, if you have their persona in your group, they level up quicker. Right. So that also becomes like, I gotta have this one. Oh no, I don't have that one. I gotta make this one so I can use this one. It's just like, if only I was this good in school.
Yeah, because when you do the dialogue and it gives you those little music notes, the points towards your confidant, instead of getting like 2, you'll earn 3, or instead of 1, you get 2. Yeah.
So anyway, that's it. So I'm enjoying that. So hopefully by next time it'll be done.
I do want to say something. So at the beginning, when it has you fuse for the first time, did you have another, like, other than your starter persona, did you have like 2 to fuse? Because I had my starter, I don't even know its name anymore because I fused it right away. And I had Pixie, and it was like, you have to fuse. And I'm like, I really don't want to get rid of my starter because that's sort of like your token persona. I like to keep it.
Sure.
And then it was just like, no, you have to. Yes, you have to. And I was like, bye, I guess. Like, this sucks.
Yes, the only thing is you can't get him again. Yeah. So that's the thing. Once you do it, you can actually go back and you can rebuy him.
Yeah,
you can go to the compendium.
But then it was like, what's the point? Because now he's so low level.
Well, and
that's
the thing.
That
though,
is
like,
true. Yeah.
All the personas like that, because I went ahead and rebought them and used them for a little bit. But the thing is, they'll keep leveling up, and their basic stats will slowly get better. Mm-hmm. But at a certain point, they stop earning abilities.
Right.
And so then the idea is that you want to replace them with a good one. Yeah.
And that is one thing. So that is kind of funny that you bring that up, right? Because that's supposed to be your main character's like persona for most of the game, and it's like, I spent like 2 days with him. Was like, see ya. Like I have more relationships with the ones that are with my party members because they've been throughout the entire game. Like you don't switch those guys out.
I had Jack Frost for a while, and I was like, I don't want to get rid of you, but you've gotten too weak.
Yes,
I know.
But I have seen you can make like a King Jack Frost or something.
I tried to make that in 3, and I didn't get that. I never got the other. I never got enough of the other Jacks to make the one that makes like King Jack or whatever. Yeah. So that kind of stuff.
Yes, but I'm liking it. It's good stuff. Yeah. Good stuff. Like I said, it's taking my time. So.
Yeah.
So.
Is that all you've been playing?
That really has been all I've been playing. I played ARMS for a little bit.
I thought you got a little ARMS.
I did a little ARMS, which is it's a little frustrating. It's a good game, but it is not like Wii Sports. Like you're not going to go into it and just like start flailing, because
there's some strategy.
There is. Well, they've said like I've read reviews too, and they've said like if you're punching in real life, you're like you punch. Well, in this game, like you punch, and you're like I'm ready to punch again, and the arm's still coming back. So it really is one of those where it's all about movement and jumping, and you throw a punch, and then like you move and jump, and you throw another punch. If you just go in there, kind of like arm to flailing, like you're gonna get. I have never died and gotten my butt beat so much in a game. And then I'm like, and the thing is, they're all like cute little characters. I'm like, stop it, you're not funny. Like I don't like you, Rhythm Girl. Yeah, you're so mean. It's good. I mean, it is a fun game.
And you can play it with a Wii Pro controller, too.
You can.
If you want. Right?
Yeah, and that probably, if you're going to play like the computer, that's probably the controller I would use. If you're playing with like a friend that has the same setup, that's kind of one thing. If both people have like the Joy-Cons and the remotes, but like playing it, I've seen it. Like if you're trying to go up against somebody that has a Pro controller and you have the Joy-Cons, you're going to lose. Like you just can't. You can't do it quick enough.
Which is sad. I feel like there should be some equalizer. Or like, between the two. Because it's like, person controller's going to...
Yeah. But it is. I mean, it's a fun game. It is. It's one of those you want to play with people. So.
Is there a story mode or anything?
There is it's kind of like an arcade mode where you kind of go through.
I'm just curious.
Yeah. And then they have... Yeah, you're like, why do you have ribbons for arms? I don't know.
It's like it's super dark, rated M. It's a horrible genetic experiment.
Well, they originally had arms, and they cut them off, and they're like, you're like,
made to fight for others' entertainment.
Exactly. Yes. So there is, and then they have like little mini games. Like there's a basketball mini game where like if you do like a throw, which is basically both hands at the same time, you dunk them. And then there's one where it's like you have to hit targets. You have to punch the targets, but then you're facing the other character, and then the targets pop up between all of you. So like you want to try to hit them so that they can't hit them, and that's frustrating too. I mean, it's fun. It is fun. but it's not as pick up and play as like Mario Kart or some of the other games like
Right.
that. But
Cool.
so, and that would be it.
Okay.
So, anything else? If not, that's gonna do it for today's show. Dallas, I'm sorry you can critique me later. You know, I try to follow in your footsteps, but I'm just not as cool. So yeah. So that's it for another What You've Been Watching, What You've Been Playing. Check us out next time. Give us a like below, and if you didn't like me, well, I'm sorry. Hope everybody has a great day. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.